And I want to be crystal clear. I have done nothing wrong. I can tell you with confidence that this investigation is not about me. I have not been charged with the crime, and I am confident that I will not be charged with the crime because I am innocent.
A few moments later.
And we're breaking into programming to bring you some breaking news. Federal authorities laying out the criminal charges against former Oakland Mayor Shing Tao in connection to a lengthy grand jury corruption probe. FBI agents raided her home last summer, along with homes and businesses tied to a powerful East Bay family. That family owns California Waste Solutions, Oakland's contracted recycler.
So we've come full circle. The progressive mayor who defunded the police and when crime exploded got recalled and now has been arrested by the feds for corruption. You can't make this stuff up. This is Shing Tao. She was the mayor of Oakland, California, elected in 2022.
This is why I do the work I do. This is why I wake up every single day hungry to do this work.
Shing, let's get behind her because she's the leader that we need right now for Oakland, and she's one that we can count on every single day.
And she knows what it means to protect this city. But Shing has the heart and soul of a firefighter. This city deserves the best, and they have that in Shing Tao.
Because Oakland, our time is now to look to the future. Oakland is always worth fighting for. And I believe that Oakland, our time is now.
Tao is set to take the reins as Oakland's next mayor. The Registrar of Voters is counting the final few ballots, but says there is not enough to change the outcome.
Now, Shing Tao ran on a very progressive platform. That included essentially revamping the police force because, remember, this was right after the George Floyd incident, so police were inherently racist, and this was the defund the police era. And Oakland was one of those cities who decided to defund their police department.
In Oakland now, where about 90 minutes ago, the city council voted to slash more than $17 million from the police budget. That money will be redirected into social services over the next 2 years. The new police chief argues defunding is not the answer. Others say police don't prevent violence, they just respond to it.
So, I'm going to ask you in the crowd, what do you think happens when they cut police services, cut officers, and defunded their police department? Do you think crime went down or up? Well, here's your answer.
In Oakland tonight, the police chief is predicting and pleading more resources to fight crime. KPIX5's Andrea Nakano on how the city council responded.
According to Chief LaRon Armstrong, the police department has lost roughly $25 million in funding since last June. He says taking away those resources has had a direct impact on the increase in violence.
This is a tall task in the city of Oakland to address this violence, but you can't do it without resources.
Oakland is coming off another violent week as crime in 2021 has skyrocketed in the past year. According to the Oakland Police Department, the city has seen 41 homicides so far this year compared to 13 in the same time period in 2020. That's a 215% increase.
Shootings with injury have risen since 2019, and while there was a slight dip in 2022, 2023 saw those numbers go back up again. Robbery is a different story. While it's gone slightly up and down over the last 5 years, the 38% increase between 2022 and 2023 was dramatic. Turning to property crime, auto burglaries were high in 2019, then dropped for a year and have been rising ever since to a level in 2023 not seen in the last 10 years. Commercial burglaries have also seen a steady increase for the most part over the last 5 years and have almost tripled since 2019.
So you defund the police and homicides go up 215%. Obviously, there's a correlation with having police and crime. I think that makes sense. But the mayor said, you know what? I don't care. The police chief is out of control asking for more money. So guess what she did? Mayor Shing Tao fired fired the police chief.
Well, also in Oakland, there is new reaction and fallout over the firing of Police Chief LaRon Armstrong. Yesterday, Mayor Sheng Tao announced his termination, saying she no longer had confidence in his ability to lead the department. Well, today, community advocates and faith leaders rallied in support of Armstrong, with some even calling for the new mayor to be recalled over this. ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard has the latest.
Chief LaRon Armstrong has been loyal to the families. He's been loyal to the community. So today we're standing to say we're going to be loyal too.
Oakland community advocates rallied outside City Hall in support of former police chief LaRon Armstrong, who was fired without cause Wednesday by Mayor Sheng Tao.
I am no longer confident that Chief Armstrong can do the work needed to achieve the vision.
Now, really think about this. The mayor and the city council slash the police budget, slash the amount of officers, slash their resources. Then when crime explodes, as it did, then they blame the police chief, right? He's incompetent. I don't have trust that he can do his job. But you've essentially killed his budget. So the residents of Oakland weren't stupid. They blamed the mayor and eventually kicked the mayor out of office.
In Oakland, California, it appears Mayor Sheng Tao and District Attorney Pamela Price are on their way out, with voters backing bids to recall them less than 2 years after taking office.
Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao's last day in office after voters approved a recall effort in November. KTVU's Jana Katsuyama met up with Mayor Tao at City Hall for a final interview and joins us from the newsroom with more. Jana?
Claudine, I spoke with Mayor Tao when she first took office and now again on her final day. She told me that despite the recall, she says she has no regrets and is proud of what her team accomplished during her term.
In her final hours as Oakland mayor, Sheng Tao shared her thoughts on her rise from an intern in 2012 to city council member to the mayor's office.
I'm very proud of my team because we led with our values and we were unapologetic about it.
Now, while all this was happening, the mayor was under FBI investigation for corruption. And the FBI even went as far as to raid the mayor's home while she was in office.
Some breaking news coming into us tonight from the Bay Area, with the FBI and other federal agencies raiding the Oakland mayor's home. Want to show you now some video of that. Here you can see some of the activity there at the bottom of your screen.
Now, Mayor Sheng Tao made it very, very, very clear that the raid really had nothing to do with her. They were actually looking for somebody else, and she was not going to be charged criminally because she did nothing wrong.
I plan to be 100% transparent and cooperate fully with this investigation. And I want to be crystal clear. I have done nothing wrong. I can tell you with confidence that this investigation is not about me. I have not been charged with the crime, and I am confident that I will not be charged with the crime because I am innocent. Just like you, I am seeking answers from the U.S. Attorney about what is happening and why. I wasn't offered the opportunity to cooperate voluntarily. As I receive information from the FBI and the U.S. Attorney that I am authorized to share, I will share it with you all.
So Mayor Tao was confident that she wasn't going to be charged criminally. But then the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of California had a different idea. It said, no, we're going to charge you because you're corrupt and you have taken bribes. Allegedly.
The indictment charges a scheme that the defendants entered into knowing that bribes would be offered and accepted by Tao and Jones in exchange for allowing the Duongs to exercise illegal influence over the levers of city government. The indictment alleges that the illegal conspiracy began around October 22, before the November 2022 Oakland mayoral election. Weeks before that election, Tao made commitments to take official actions as mayor that would benefit the Duongs. Examples of promises allegedly made by Tao include her agreement to purchase housing units from a company owned by the Duong family, her agreement to ensure the extension of a contract for recycling services that the city of Oakland had with one of David and Andy Duong's companies, and her agreement to use influence to help appoint a high-level city official to benefit the Duong's business interests. In exchange, the Duongs allegedly provided payments to Tao and Jones in various forms, including the financing of a negative mailer campaign targeting Tao's political rivals, and providing Jones and Tao with $95,000 in direct payments disguised as wages for a no-show job for Jones, with the promise of additional payments, all intended to benefit both Tao and Jones.
Now that seemed quite compelling, but Mayor Tao and her attorney responded to these allegations.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Tsai. I am counsel on behalf of Mayor Tao. We just have a short statement to make this morning. Today's indictment and the press conference that was held by the government earlier this morning was successful in grabbing headlines. But what it did not do was serve the ends of justice. The indictment itself is chock full of allegations, but it is not chock full of evidence. And that's what we're going to prove in the course of our defense in this case. The case is built on allegations from an unknown co-conspirator that we believe, when the evidence is revealed, will show that my client has committed no crimes. The indictment's timing as well is curious, and we think that the timing of the indictment has amplified, of course, the politicization of this issue, but it has not, again, served the ends of justice in ensuring that everyone is treated fairly. And that's what we are attempting to do in this case, and that's what we'll do with this defense. The United States Department of Justice's Justice Manual requires the government to look carefully at its prosecutions to ensure that the actions that they take are not actions that are taken to affect the outcomes of elections. And the timing of the investigative steps by the government in this case, including the unsealing of the indictment today, has called all of that into question. The mayor looks forward to defending herself against these charges, showing that there is in fact no evidence to support these charges, and we will look forward to doing that in the courtroom. We will not be taking any questions. The mayor will not be answering any questions. Thank you for your time.
So as you can see, there is no love lost for Mayor Tao. The residents of Oakland hate this mayor. They've recalled her, and as you can see, even in this press conference where she's proclaiming her innocence, there are people behind her with the sign "Incompetent and dishonest." How do you destroy a city? Well, you elect someone like Mayor Tao. Now, as always, let me know how you feel in the comment section about this story. This is a progressive mayor, defunded the police, destroyed Oakland, and now she is looking at jail time herself for this bribery. Now, quick legal note, these are all allegations and not facts. Mayor Tao is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and we will see how this plays out. But for some reason, we have a lot of these progressive woke politicians being indicted and going to jail. Mayor Adams in New York, the DC council member in Washington, D.C. You have the woman who is an undocumented immigrant. She's taking $5,000 in the bathroom. We covered that case on this too. It's insano stuff. But as always, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. If you were listening to my voice now, I haven't subscribed to the channel. I don't know why. 70% of the people who watch this channel don't subscribe, but they watch all the time. So listen, just hit that button. It costs you nothing, and I really appreciate it because it helps me bring you more of this content. So don't forget, one more time, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.